way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're...
Yellow, I'm going, Eddie. I got him.
Here's Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 38 yards on the scamper there.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? See the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back?
Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You go. Let that happen, guys. Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
At the 18-yard line. Come on, baby. Let's go. And the Colts first down.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Ready?
Looking to throw. Huffman. It's caught. Cooper. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. They run with Hines. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Pilot, 64, weak. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
On third down, it's Hines. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Stance is 61. Matchbox light. Snap.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
218, chop.
2nd and 10. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? 16 yards the pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Come on, set. 15, Ronnie. 51. Topple.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the press. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a
football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already under? And that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It got his man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 92 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing again. Huffman. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefit.
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Huffman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Huffman. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Gets this one to Hill. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kyle Juszczyk there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, seam six, now.
Off play action. Huffman letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. Now meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Cooper was the target there. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll run on first down. Moore. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Darren Lee there to get him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
From the gun, Huffman. And an alley to run. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to leave.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Sack City, baby.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. It's caught by OBJ. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
15 line. You're out.
I'm going back to you. Check.
Ready.
On 3rd down, Huffman. And the Chiefs are going to get him. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking deep here for Ebron. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
Hey, 43, 15.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on third down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On third down, Dobbins. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth, and that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, high 7. Check right. Watch it now.
To throw again. Huffman, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Hey, exit. It's our time. Exit, go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Huffman. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's more, and he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Huffman. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
From the gun, Huffman. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Colts are in for 6.
That touchdown was for all the fantasy people out there. May not change the final outcome, but some points were scored, and maybe some of the people at home are really excited to get those.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 7-yard line.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, Huffman. It's caught. Beckham. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Come on,
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun. Huffman. He finds his target. Beckham. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Back to throw. Huffman, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
56, check 56. I'm coming.
Now.
Off the play fake. Huffman, he's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Hey, Orbit.
Looking to throw. Huffman forced out to his left. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 45. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Smooth. Yo, spot.
To throw on 2nd down. Huffman. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jones. Room here to run. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Ronald Jones, 39 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselses reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Huffman, they'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but it'll be 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Set. 60 outlaw. Bravo.
What's the
Snap.
Throwing on first down. Huffman. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to the air on second down. Huffman. It's caught by Funchess. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Here's Ryan Quigley now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. They'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
On the book, get it.
On first down, Huffman looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 21. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Mahomes going to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And Butker able to put this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. He's going to and that's caught inside the 30. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just 1 kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always
He's got a man, complete. 20. 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
Now, I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners
who
had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. as time has run out on this football game.
Chiefs 66, Colts 7.